And we are recording. Welcome back to Under the Underground. I am Tristan Penrod. Nasser is not here on this episode because he's doing something else. I don't even know what he's doing. But we're back and we have a special guest. Kyle Fortune is up in this bitch.
What's up?
Well, yeah, so I kind of hit you up very last minute to see if you wanted to hop on here. And you were amazing and we're like, yeah, bro, I'll hop on. So you're here now.
Of course, dude. I was very excited when you mentioned it. I thought it would be fun.
Yeah, like honestly, like my interview skills aren't that good so far, but I mean that's why I'm fucking doing this, to get better at like actually making interesting fucking content. So
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so how have you been? What have you been up to?
Good. Fucking working on music in the musical realm of things. I've been working on a lot of music. In the non-musical realm, I've been fucking hiking and drinking Mountain Dew and smoking cigarettes, and that's about it.
Oh my god! Such an aesthetic. Drinking Mountain Dew and smoking cigs.
Yeah, I got the Mountain Dew throwback right now, right sitting next to me. Gonna take a quick sip of that, and I got my fucking Camel Crush menthols. I'm all about the green.
Oh, that's such a vibe. That's kind of nasty, but it's also kind of amazing.
Dude, it's so scummy.
It's very scummy. And yeah, for people that don't know, you are the leader of Scum Squad?
Yeah, I mean, it's not really official. It's just something we can throw in there for fun, but there's no like real official members. It's just me and my friends just being weird, scummy people doing scummy shit.
Because yeah, so the way I met you, for people who don't know, is I was hanging in the woods by my house, say like 4 months ago. And so these are the woods I've been like hanging out in since I was a very small child, because I've lived in the same house most of my life. And yeah, so I'm hanging out there in the woods, and then this random dude comes up to me with face tats and asks me if I have a lighter, and I'm like, no, bro, don't have a lighter. So we start talking. Turns out he's a rapper, and he's like, yo, my name's X Dare. And I'm like, hey, yo, I'm a rapper too. And then we start talking, and then we decide we're gonna like make some content together. And like turns out he's like living in my neighborhood, like right behind my house. Like the house he was living in was
He was living in the woods, actually.
Was he?
No, well, man, I don't know. Knowing him, I don't know. He probably slept in there a couple times.
I mean, yeah, no, wouldn't be shocked. Yeah, but yeah, no, like he was living at a girlfriend's house who was literally like the house right behind mine, which shocked me. I'm like, oh my god, this dude's really right here. Like, I found someone who's down to fucking work. And then shit happened, and he's no longer there, and I don't even talk to him anymore. But he introduced me to you, and then we've been talking on and off for the last few months, and we've made like 3 songs together now, I think.
3? I think 3.
I feel like we started like
we started a couple, but I think it's 2 official ones have been completed, and I still got one sitting on for my new album coming out. I got that's got you on it.
Ooh, fuck yeah.
That I think is a fucking banger. I'll be honest. I think we killed it on there.
I'm so happy with my verse.
Yeah, like, dude.
Yeah, no, when I wrote that shit, I was like, yeah, this is hard. And yeah, no, you sound so fire on that shit.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I was one of those ones where I was just fucking listening to fucking hardcore all day, and I was like, shit, I just want to turn this into like a like not like new metal, but just like rapping and screaming. I don't know, all sorts of crazy shit. I was just feeling it out.
Who produced that?
Huh?
Who produced that?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
What the fuck? God damn it.
Yeah, I produced like almost all of this stuff that I release myself. I just put it if it says Prod Deeth, Deeth, that's just my actual last name. So most of it I just release under that. I don't know how I feel about artists who always say like produced and then says who by their actual name. I don't know. I think it's fun about having different aliases.
Oh yeah.
Whatever piece of the music or vocals or whatever is being put into it, different aliases is fun.
100%. Wait, so how'd you make the beat? Because that's like a guitar in it.
Yeah, I used a guitar which is sitting directly next to me.
Oh, you play guitar? I didn't know that.
I do. I play guitar, piano, drums, bass.
Dude, fuck yeah!
Not
Wait,
amazing at any of them.
do you
But
have like a drum kit or?
I used to. I did when I was growing up. I had one in my house, but then I moved when I was 16, so we couldn't take it with us because I'm living in a much smaller place now. So
Wait, so how'd you record the drums for that track?
that I programmed them. I just got a bunch of drum
Oh,
pads
those
laying
drums
around.
sounded really good.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea those were programmed drums. I thought like,
Yeah, I was sampling there were a bunch of odd future kicks,
oh
and
shit, god damn
yeah,
it.
yeah, they were. I mean, the cymbals and the hats were very like hardcore, but most of it just sounded really like hip hoppy, which is what I thought was pretty sick. And then that really heavy riff over it.
Yeah, no, that song really slaps, and the
Yeah,
way you
thank
sound
you.
on it, like, yeah, there are very few artists, kind of in like the underground hip hop scene, that actually like play multiple instruments and shit. It's
Hmm.
always really commendable when I meet people that like do that.
Yeah, I got a lot of inspiration at that point because from King Yosef. I don't know if you know who that is.
King Yosef, no
He
idea.
produced. He used to produce a lot of the old school X songs like "Failure Is Not an Option" and
Oh, that dude. Okay.
yeah, and he's from Portland, and I met him
Oh shit.
At the NASCAR Allo show in February, and it was fucking tight. Like we
Okay,
had
so
a
how'd you meet him? Did you like?
he was performing.
Oh, so
And
did you go backstage or did
no,
you go like after?
he was coming out. I mean, there were so many artists playing that he wasn't like big enough to hang out backstage. He was one of those artists that just performs and then comes out to the crowd and hangs out in the back or whatever.
Yeah.
And so he was just he was just opening. He replaced Death Tour on that show instead, and so he opened, pardon me, and then he came out afterwards, and I recognized him and his girlfriend. They were just hanging out in the back, and like I walked up to him and I just told him like how much his music meant to me and all that shit, and then we fucking bro hugged, took a photo, and that was that. But it was like it was
Dude.
tight. It was super inspirational to. I mean, he's from Portland, so it's cool to just be able to meet an artist that I've always loved so much, to just stand right next to him and shake his hand and get a
Yeah.
photo. I mean, it's just inspirational to, you know what I mean? Like it feels like things are more possible when you're
Yep.
standing
No,
right next to him.
I always forget how many like big artists are actually in Portland.
Yeah.
Like fucking MC Holocaust is here. Like, oh wait, what? Fucking I Love McConan lives here now.
No shit, really?
Yeah,
Damn. Yeah,
yeah, he
people
moved
are
here like a couple
flocking.
years ago. So it's like people are here now, which is
AOSAP,
really weird.
I'm pretty sure AOSAP Rock lives here too.
He does. He lives in a fucking barn.
Really?
Yeah, he lives in a barn somewhere like right outside of Portland. And
Yeah,
I'm not sure
that's
like
a very fucking Oregonian thing. I mean, I know he's from Brooklyn, but that's you adapt that lifestyle when you move to Oregon, is living in barns
yep.
and shit. That's
And
just
yeah,
what
like
happens.
one of the new songs, when I say new, I mean like last like 3 years, was definitely very, very visibly shot in like some of the parks around here. And then like yeah, he had the video fairly recently where he's in like the arcade, and the arcade's fucking ground control being
Yeah,
used as
ground
a bar.
control. Do you know
So
who else lives here?
ooh,
Mia Malkova,
I know the name. Wait, who is that?
porn star.
Oh,
And she takes like photos of her like fucking booty pics and stuff and underwear and shit, literally like leaning up against fucking games in ground control.
oh shit!
And
I
it's
didn't know that.
yeah, her Instagram. She'll like go like at like Mount Hood lookout points and just get naked. I don't know. It's cool. It's nice seeing local just spotting out areas that I've been to before.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Yeah,
How big is
and
she?
she, uh,
She's like,
6 million followers or something.
oh shit. Okay, so she's like, yeah. God damn.
I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure she's got a fair number up there. She's pretty popular.
'Cause, yeah, it's like I know the fucking name, but I couldn't put a face to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of those porn star names that there's just so many of them. It's hard to keep track. But like when you hear the name, you're like, I know that name. Anybody who
Yeah.
has a web browser knows that name.
Very, very true. But yeah, so yeah, like tell me about the fucking tape you're making.
Um, Well, I don't know, album, mixtape, whatever. I don't really fucking. I mean, it's not a studio album or anything.
Yeah, no,
So
like
I guess
calling
it's
it a
more.
tape sounds cooler. You
It's
sound a
more
lot
of
more
a.
scummy
It's a
than
mixtape.
dropping
It's
tape.
called. It's gonna be called probably like Scum Tape or Scum Squad Tape or something like that. Um, it's probably gonna come out end of summer, August, September. It's gonna have a lot of songs on it. There's already like 6 or 7 finished ones, and we're just gonna keep making them all summer. I'm working with like a bunch of different producers, who are all my friends. I don't like to usually work with people I don't know unless I
Yep.
really fuck with their beat or something. You know what I mean? Um, my friend Newville or Big Buck. I don't know if you ever heard his stuff on any of my tracks. He's on a ton of the songs. Xdare's got a couple songs on there. You and I got a couple songs on there. Hopefully we'll have some more on there too. We can keep working
Fuck
on
yeah.
shit. It's just gonna be. It's got a big variety of different genres and sounds and shit. One of my friends, Zane Little, he produces music, also known as Loker Man. He's got some solo songs on there, all sorts of shit. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, I mean, I usually just release singles or whatever. I mean, it's SoundCloud. That's how most people do it. They just drop singles. But I'm really trying to save some of my favorite stuff for this album. Some of the songs are definitely much more filler than others. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, not
Yep.
everything's amazing.
But no, I'm
But
fucking hyped. Because,
yeah,
yeah, like, the one thing I noticed about you is, yeah, I feel like you've improved drastically over the past couple years. Because, yeah, I went back and listened to, like, a lot of the older songs you made, and then, like, listened to them kind of in order, and it's like, oh shit, you've grown as an artist so much in a fairly small amount of time.
well, thank you.
And,
Yeah,
like, normally everything you make gets better and better.
and
And
there's
it's
lots
like,
of stuff that I started doing that's not even up there anymore. You know what I mean? Like plenty of stuff
yeah,
has been taken down. So I appreciate the yeah. I mean it's so easy to evolve with the technology we have today. You know, just I started. I mean, I started making EDM music is really where it came from.
dude, wait, have we talked about this? I feel like we've talked about this at some point.
Maybe I'm not
Because
sure.
I started making EDM. That's how I got into music. I mean, I've always been into music, but like the first shit I like released and recorded myself and put on the internet was all EDM.
What type of EDM like what artist did you attempt to replicate?
Oh, like okay, so the shit I was into back then
Yeah.
was like The Prodigy, Fatboy Slim, Crystal Method.
Yeah. Some of that like old school
Yes, like old
alternative
school, like
electronic.
alternative electronic dance shit.
Yeah, Chemical Brothers shit.
Chemical Brothers. Oh, Chemical Brothers is one of my favorite groups of all time.
Yeah, they're so fire. I love the Hannah soundtrack they did.
Oh shit, yeah. But yeah, no, I've like yeah, honestly, they're like definitely like out of like all genres, Chemical Brothers are definitely in my top 10.
Are you big on like Aphex Twin too?
Oh, I like Aphex Twin.
Yeah,
I haven't heard that much of his discography at this point, but like from all the shit I have heard, it's pretty fucking great.
yeah. There's a lot of discography to cover
Yep.
with his stuff, but yeah.
But
All
yeah,
right, for
no, so
sure.
like
I know the type of stuff you're talking about. Yeah, I like that stuff.
but to be fair, like the music I was making then, I don't even know what the fuck it was. Like I was listening to a bunch of music like that, but it isn't really like that at all. And I was like, yeah, put it out under the name T-Gon Funk. And it's
Nice.
still on the internet to this day, and it's findable on Reverb Nation. I bet nobody else knows.
I might have to deep dive.
Oh, you got a deep dive.
How long ago was that? How old were you?
I was like 13,
Oh, okay. How old are you now?
22.
Oh, damn. So like a long ass time ago.
Long ass time ago.
Like
This was me.
outdate SoundCloud.
It outdates SoundCloud. This was
Yeah.
fucking Reverb Nation. Like, who the
Yeah.
fuck even uses Reverb Nation at this point or even knows it's a thing? I saw a fucking Facebook ad for them the other day, though. So, they're still there. But yeah, no. Like, that was just me being like, oh, I want to make music. And then I fucking found Magic's Music Maker. And then started making a bunch of random shit. Oh, and then also, like, yeah, like, in the very beginning of making music, around that same time, I wanted to make like nerdcore rap. And that was like the shit I was really into hip hop wise.
Yeah.
And I was trying, so I started like recording a couple songs for that. And that was kind of like the introduction to rapping. I was trying to have like a nerdcore group called D12. So a parody of fucking, no, D20. So a parody of Eminem's D12.
Yeah, yeah.
But as in D12, D20, as in like a 20-sided die for D&D.
Oh, clever. Yeah, nice.
Very clever. Yeah, that didn't go anywhere. And then I started like then rapping's a joke in like 9th grade, and everyone thought it was funny that I was a rapper. And then I didn't really try it all. I had like one song I made, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, you're the rapper!" And then somehow people still know me as the rapper, even people that like don't even know what I'm currently doing, just because they remember I had a joke song in 9th grade. So that's a thing.
Yeah, I started playing music when I was like, I don't know, I played piano most of my life. I was never very good at it. Like, you know, like child piano lessons or whatever. But
Yep.
my brother, he was a really good guitarist. And one day I just picked up, he just had a bass, and I was probably like 12. And I picked it up and uh, literally just started playing it. Like I looked up tabs and stuff, just figured it out, never took a lesson for it. I think that's why I'm not so great at it, but I just sort of,
I mean,
went with what I had, you know?
that is punk, like
Yeah.
100%.
And then I played drums for a jazz band with one of my friends who did saxophone. He was a fucking, I was like 14 or 15 and he was like 12. And he was
Oh
fucking
shit!
insane, like absolutely insane.
Wait, do you have any recordings from
I,
the
I
jazz shit?
I might be able to find some somewhere and I'll send them to
Oh,
you.
I need
But
to hear this at some point.
yeah, he was nuts. It was like some bad, bad, not good type stuff.
Oh shit!
Like
God damn
really
it!
weird psychedelic stuff. And then I was doing like guitar and vocals for like a couple different like hardcore bands because I grew up listening to a lot of like hardcore. I got really into like Trash Talk and Expire and all that stuff when I was like a preteen. So that really inspired a lot of that shit. But I never like really recorded anything. It was all just sort of like videos on my phone, or like we'd play
Yep.
small shows for our friends. But like you're never really that good when you're like 15. And then when I was 16, this is actually funny. I totally gave. I used to do filmmaking stuff, and then I totally gave up that. Totally gave up on the music thing, so I could spend all my time doing drugs instead. Because that's a smart choice I made when I was 16.
Amazing.
Obviously.
Fun.
And then it's actually, this is so funny. I was literally on Pornhub, and I watched a video that was like, it was, I don't know how I ended up on it. It was just like some alt girl. It was like, I could go find it, and it's called like Amateur Alt Girl Sucks Dick in Tent at Music Festival. And in the fucking background of that, I think that's literally exactly what it's called. And in the background of that video, there was this really fucking dope EDM song. It was literally like metal, but not like metal and like weird, noisy, slow, trappy EDM. And I was like, what the fuck? This is awesome. So I went in the comment section, and obviously there's tons of comments in there saying like, here's the song. And it was a song by Getter called Space.
Oh fuck.
And
Okay.
I looked it up, and it was like old school Getter before he was like popular or anything, I guess. And it was like it wasn't even on SoundCloud. There was no documents of him releasing it. It was just on YouTube. And then I was like, this is fucking amazing. And then I really got into Getter, and I really got into like Res and Excision. And I grew up listening to just about every genre of music, but I really got into the EDM when I was like 16. And it went hand in hand with most of the other stupid choices I was making because, drugs and EDM just seem to go together. And then I was like, all right, well, let me get GarageBand because I knew I had it. So I just started making shitty EDM on there, shitty weird beats, just experimental crap. And then I had a friend who goes by Isra. I don't know if you noticed, he produced a lot of my older songs, Isra, and he's been in a couple of my videos. And he and I started making this, we had like an EDM group called Prometheus. I'm sure if you looked it up, you could find it. And me and him, we did that for like a year. And then after that, I was probably like I was about to turn 17, and then we just made one joke rap song with my cousin. And then that was called Schizos. And that's the first thing first rap video I ever did on YouTube. We made the song. It was because we were trying to go to it was the fucking, it wasn't New Year's, it was a Christmas show. It was like Glitter Pop for Amine at the Roseland.
Oh.
And we were trying to get into that. And because my aunt knew the bouncer, she's like, yeah, I'll get you in. And then it turned out it was sold out, and Injury Reserve was playing there too. And I really wanted to see Injury Reserve. And then she was like, well, the guy was like, no, I can't let you in. It's like sold out, whatever. So we're just like, fuck it. And we just fucked around. We're like, all right, well, let's just make a song instead. And I made this beat in Ableton, and it was just trash. And then it was like actually kind of not trash, but it was like trash, one of those kind of beats you make.
Of course.
And then we just started writing to my cousin. He never rapped before. And I had like done it. I had been freestyling for a long time, but never on microphone or anything. And then we called my friend Israel. I'm like, you got to come over here. You're a beat master, dude. Fix this shit up. We're going to do it. Made the whole song in my bedroom. His brother is an amazing filmmaker, Phelan Davis, lifelong friend, very, very talented. And he was like, we're like, yeah, you got to come over, shoot a video. So he shot a video for it. And we did the whole thing in like 6 hours, and then dropped it the day before Christmas of 2017. And then from there, we're like, all right, well, maybe we should start making rap, because it's like, I mean, it started off as like more of a joke, like when you start doing it, you talk about things that other rappers talk about.
Yep.
Like, you just sort of like to put it out there. But then like throughout, I think I developed my style where it's like I can, be more truthful about some stuff, and then other songs just make them to be bangers. You know what I mean? Like not all of it. That's what rap is at this point for most people, is lying. So I was like, sometimes I can lie, and then other times I can just be straight up honest and rap about shit I actually know about. And then from there, just, I don't know, just evolved.
Yeah, no, like the way I fucking solved that is I just made one mixtape called Ignorance and put all the fucking tracks about bitches and guns and cars on that.
All the ignorant shit. Yeah.
And it was like, I can have, because there's so many fucking, like, punchlines about, like, all that kind of shit. It's so easy. But I also had so many punchlines that I was like, these are great fucking punchlines, and I need to use them somewhere. But I don't want to, like, cloud the brand with a bunch of just, like, random songs like that and a bunch of songs that are about, like, actual shit. So what do I do? And I was like, oh, just put them onto one album, call it something, like Ignorance, so everybody finding that album knows exactly what they're getting into. And there's just a big distinction there. And then, yeah.
Yeah, I think like a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people nowadays in the rap stuff, like I don't want to say kids because I'm still a kid to an extent, but a lot of these kids, like, they make music based on what they hear, and what they hear is fucking like Lil Pump and Shoreline Mafia.
Yep.
And so it's like all it is fuck drugs, bitches, like, like that type of shit. And like I always like, I'm like, all right, but it gets boring.
Well, the issue
personally, and it's all lying when it's like yeah, like you might have held your dad's gun at one point, but like there's fucking kids talking about sipping lean, and I'm like, you're 13, like you don't fucking do that shit.
Well, the issue too isn't just that they're talking about things like that. In my mind, the issue is they're not talking about it in a way that's actually interesting at all. They're saying the exact same kind of things with no punchlines about, yeah, it's just the same fucking like copy of just everything else, and it's not changed at all to be at all unique. Like, fuck yeah, no, I listened to Smoke Perp's new tape last night, and the amazing bar, he said, the one that stood out to me as, holy shit, how did he write this and then say on an album, is, she give me a head like Medusa. Like, nice. I don't, yeah, but yeah, no, like, I feel like the people they're emulating don't have fucking punchlines. And again, it's not like, oh, you have to have punchlines to be a fucking good rapper, but like, yeah, if you're talking about the same fucking shit and you're not changing anything else about it, and the sound isn't any different, why would I listen to you when I could listen to the person you're emulating who does what you're doing better?
Yeah. And I also think a big part of like what I like to do, or just in Scum Squad, anybody who I've associated with for the most part, we make a lot of it is mocking the people who do that, even the people that like, not just the kids who emulate, but the people that they're emulating, we mock in a way that some people find like take very seriously. But then it's thrown like I'll throw like lines about fucking bitches and doing coke, and then like literally it'll be followed by like a rap about like the In-Betweeners or Peep Show or fucking Harry Potter or just some weird fucking thing I grew up on, and then it appeals to like way different, because like, you know, there's a generation of fucking weird kids who grew up on rap music, right? Like that's what everybody really is at this point. It's just growing up on rap music. So I think there's more appeal there, or at least for me personally, but I don't know, a lot of people don't fuck with it, and I know it receives some criticism and people aren't all about it.
I feel like you have a very, very distinct style. Even if you do a bunch of different styles, it's very obvious that it's you when you're doing it. And like just the way you write, it stuck out to me a lot as, cause yeah, I hear a lot of people trying to rap these days. I go through a lot of random fucking Soundclouds of people that are like fairly obscure. And yeah, like just the way you write lyrics definitely stood out as, oh wait, this guy isn't trying to just emulate everybody else. Like everything else I've seen, you're actually coming at it from like a real fucking place and a unique place. And there's clearly a very different perspective than a lot of other shit.
Yeah, and I think another thing is like with the music now is a lot of what people emulate and what kids do and stuff is like they all want to recreate like Lil Peep, for example. Everyone wants, you know, there's like a whole wave of people who just want to make Peep sounding music. And like at the end of the day, they literally just, they talk about like heartbreak and Xanax and stuff, but really they're just a bunch of misogynists who want to be something they're not. And like
so true.
I get a lot of, I literally got a lot of shit for misogyny in my lyrics and homophobia because I say faggot a lot. But, you know, people don't know what I do in my spare time. But for the most part, I think most of it is genuinely mocking the people who think that way and are serious about it. And even
have you been to the Bipolar House?
No. Oh shit, I've heard of that.
So it's a house show venue in Portland, and I've gone there for a lot, and I know a lot of people there. But literally, almost all the shows they do, every single artist is a Lil Peep wannabe. And so, like, the beats are Lil Peep type beats. The vocals are trying to be Lil Peep melodies. The lyrics are clearly trying to be Peep. Then the way they dress is trying to be Peep. And there's a bunch of people in a room who all really want to be Lil Peep. And it's so sad because some of them are literally like dressing exactly like him. Some of them is just so obvious that this is exactly what they're trying to do, and they're not hiding it at all.
The people who get crybaby tattoos.
Yep.
I'm so sick of just hearing everyone go, "Oh, rip Peep." Like, look, I get it, and I loved his music. Like, when I was like 14 and 15, like I really liked some of his earlier shit, and like I just don't like the way that he's so glorified. I don't know. I'm not dissing on him. I guess I'm just dissing on the fan base, which I just really can't get behind because it just feels like everybody wants to be that. And it's the same with, I feel like, Nirvana fans. Everybody talks like they knew him. You know, everyone's like, well, people would have wanted this, people would have wanted that. And I'm like, for the most part, I think most of you don't know anything about him besides what he presented to you. You know what I mean? And then people use, and then it was just a toxic, like, people, like, even saying, like, now you said the Bipolar House, I think I know what you're talking about. And I knew a couple people that did that shit, and I hated them. And the thing is,
wait, who do you know from there? I'm curious.
There's a chick named Porsche.
Oh, I know Porsche.
I matched with her on Tinder.
Same.
And then I added her, and then she just posted tons of trash, so I got rid of her.
The one thing I will say about her is she runs good shows, and she's been able to bring out a lot of big artists to Portland, and I respect that.
Is most of the people that the shows she runs and people she works with, do they all sound like what Peep wannabes though?
So a lot of them, but then she'll actually bring like big artists into Portland, or at least people who are big in the underground, like fucking, and yeah, like some of them I didn't even give a chance. Like say Lobo Weep was in town, and I just saw the name, and I'm like, oh god, her name's Lobo Weep. Why would I see that? It's just gonna be Peep wannabe. And then I started hearing her music, and I'm like, oh wait, this is actually fire.
Yeah,
And I was
she's
sad
not bad.
because I missed her. I could have been in the same room as her, and I didn't because I judged her based on her name. And then the show passed, and I saw a bunch of people posting up with their photos of like them like posted up next to her, and I was like, oh God, why are all these people doing this? This is terrible. And then I heard her music, and I'm like, oh wait, she's actually good. I could have been there and seen her, but I didn't. Yeah, no, she brought Lil Raven, she brought Omen 13, she brought Lil Darky,
Little
Lil Wheat.
Darky?
Yeah.
No shit. Bro, I wish I went to that shit.
He was playing at the Bipolar House.
How long ago?
A year ago, 8 months ago, 9
Did you
months
go
ago.
see him?
I was there, and I didn't realize who he was at the time.
No. Dude,
I
yeah,
didn't know who he
Darky is
was,
fire.
and they fucking left. And then at one point in the future, I realized, oh wait, that was Lil Darky, and I missed his set because I didn't know who he was.
Spider Gang is probably one of the greatest fucking collectives right now. I'm not gonna lie. They make some good shit.
Wait, is Eric North involved in that?
I think so.
Because he dropped. So I know a bunch of people that know him through Bipolar House. And I saw the new Spider Gang video this morning, I think, and Eric was first verse, but I'm not sure if he's like affiliated with Spider Gang or if he was just a feature on the song, because I couldn't see his name, but I just saw Spider Gang, so I assume he might be affiliated.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know that name or anything he's done, but I feel like if I've heard it though, and I think that's why I know it because of Spider Gang. But I'm not 100% sure. You can't quote me on that.
I'm trying to get him on the podcast.
That'd be tight. Is he from Portland?
He hangs out at the Bipolar House a bunch, but I think he's from like fucking like Long Beach or some shit.
Washington or California?
California.
Oh.
But
I was gonna say, fucking, that's a weird place to be from if it was Washington, but no.
But no, he's here all the time, and he's friends with almost everybody in like the Portland emo scene.
Huh.
And I'm friends with him on Facebook.
That's sick. Yeah, I don't think
one of my friends
I know his music
recently. Oh, his shit's good. He's got one song that's called like "We Killed Angela," one of the sickest like auto-tune trap songs I've heard in a long time.
See, I'm not huge. I really personally like I like little bits and pieces of sad boy and emo rap and whatever you want to call it. Like Peep was huge. I thought he was awesome, and I don't know. Lil Xan's a guilty pleasure, but really like.
Did you hear Death to Mumble Rap 2 featuring Lil Xan?
No.
It happened. Did you hear about the first one?
No.
Death to Mumble Rap?
Who did it?
A bunch of fucking Mac Lethal.
Yeah. YouTube, and a bunch of classic YouTube rapper.
Yes. So all the fucking YouTube rappers got together and they're like, we're gonna destroy mumble rap. So they released a song called Death to Mumble Rap, where they go at the mumble rappers. It's fucking terrible, because of course it is. It's a bunch of people thinking they're good lyricists when they have zero punchlines, zero wordplay, no bars, nothing about it's quotable. It's just bad, but they're rapping fast, so they're good. And then they did a sequel, and they featured Lil Xan for some reason. I don't know why, but Lil Xan was there, and he had the amazing line, I get it popping like bubble wrap. This the death to mumble rap. Quote Lil Xan.
Classic Xan, dude.
Yep. And yeah, that shit blew my mind. But yeah. Also, yeah, the thing with Xan is I feel like he had so much potential in the very beginning of his career. Like, I was so excited for his album, and then it dropped, and then I heard the album, and I went, oh, wait. And it was like all the good songs on it were like the singles. And then everything else was just really bad.
Yeah, I'm totally blanking on I like Slingshot. I thought was fun.
Yep.
And Wake Up. was fun or whatever. I throw up. I feel like I'm dead. That one's
Oh
good.
yeah.
And then whatever one where he's like, I just lost my spleen. Ooh, ever been so fucked up. I can't remember what that one's
that was
called.
like, was that Total Xanarchy? I mean, oh well, that's the name of the album. But like,
I can't
may have been
remember.
called like Xanarchy or some shit.
I can't remember, but
But yeah, no, like that was like that melody was nice. And I was like, okay, because he released it as a single, and I'm like, okay, he's doing something. He's not a one-hit wonder. He's got something in him. And then I heard the album, and then
it just is that fucking what's betrayed. That song pissed me off because he never rhymes. He literally like doesn't rhyme on any of his bars. They never rhyme. There's no connection.
yeah. Oh, and then I watched a fucking interview with him on some radio station, and they're like, we thought you were gonna come in here and like not be able to rap because you're like a new school rapper. But then we heard your song Betrayed, and we're like, huh, he can actually like rap. I'm like, wait, what? You heard Betrayed, and we're like, he could rap better than all the other new school rappers. Like, no, that's some BS. It's like a fucking Power 107.5 interview or some shit.
Huh. Interesting. But yeah, I think locally I don't know, I hate a lot of the like there are a lot of shows going down even now with COVID. There's still a lot of shows happening.
Yeah.
And I really don't fuck with most of the people who run them. And like it's because all of their music is like try hard bullshit where they want to project an image. Like the image I might maybe project or portray is not one that is like the same as what everyone else tries to. I don't know. I'm not trying to say I'm like unique. Obviously I know
I've got
I
a
am
story
what
for
I
you.
am.
Okay, so do you know what Lost House is?
Mm-mm.
So it's a house show venue in Portland. It's this basement.
Where is it?
Southeast.
All right. Like
It's one of the
southeast
cool,
as in Gresham Southeast or southeast as in Selwood Southeast?
like, not as far as Gresham, but kind of like right when you get off across the whatchamacallit bridge. Is it the Selwood Bridge? Yeah. It's like I think right around there. But it's been a while. Not really sure where it is.
Yeah.
Somewhere over there. It's a really cool basement. Like overall, it's a great venue. But they're shut down. But yeah, so I went there at one point. Been there a few times. And they had an open mic. No, they had a cipher. And everyone's lining up to get into the cipher. And the beats are playing and people are going in. And I'm standing there in fucking line trying to go into the cipher. And it's my turn. And some guy takes the mic from me and starts rapping. And I'm confused. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? This guy cut me in line. And then I go and I have to literally grab the mic out of the next person's hand because the next person tries to cut me. Nobody realized I was a rapper. They all thought I was just some random guy on stage because I didn't do anything to fit the image of a rapper.
Yeah.
And then when I finally took the mic, the guy cut the beat and was like, yo, bro, you're a rapper? And I'm like, yes. And he's like, oh, well, you gotta impress me, man, if you were gonna let you spit. I'm like, what do you mean if you're gonna let me spit? It's the fucking cipher, and I'm here in the fucking cipher. And then I went and I killed it, and then the guy was just kind of like speechless. And it was so painful. It's like, oh my God, all these people only care about image, and they don't actually care about the fucking talent.
Yeah. I think a lot more goes into image nowadays than does into putting genuine work into your music. And the other thing is people, I don't know, this bugs me, is people are like, well, I'm just trying to spread a message, spread my positive energy or spread whatever, like just check out my SoundCloud, check out my stuff. And then their SoundCloud's just like, kill dudes, fuck bitches. And it's like, how is that in any way expressing yourself or sending a positive message? I'm like, if you want to rap about fucking raping and murdering people, that's fine and I'll support it. Just don't fucking say it's something that it's not. You know what I mean? Like that's what bothers me is people. There's absolutely a way to.
Because the thing is, you don't need to have a positive message. Don't pretend you do when you don't.
Don't draw it in and say, well, this is my life. This is what inspires me. Fucking it shouldn't be your life, dude. You should do something else because you're fucking terrible at it.
Yeah, I'm legit wondering what the like consequences of having. I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this. But yeah, what the consequences of having rap being like the biggest genre in the world is right now?
Yeah.
Like, what the fallout of that is going to be. Like, all these kids growing up hearing songs about popping perks and shit. That's what everyone's growing up with right now. And yeah, it's like I feel like that's definitely going to like influence people into a way of like, what is the next generation actually going to be like?
Yeah, I mean, face tats, that's what's going down right now. People are going to be stuck with those forever.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never seen. Yeah, like I don't know like when the face tat was invented, but like I don't think I've ever seen like an old guy with a face tat.
I mean, I'm not going to hate. I don't really give a shit. Kids can do
Oh yeah,
whatever
no,
they
people
want.
do what you
But it
want.
is
If you want
interesting
to have a
that,
face tat, have a fucking face tat. But yeah. But yes, like what happens when you fucking age? What's it gonna look like? Is it gonna like start to like be all distorted because your face is becoming distorted? Like
yeah, that's why all of them die before they can get old.
yeah.
I don't know. I think there's just I guess what just annoys me is, and I'm in no place to speak. I don't have a lot of plays or following or really anything. I just do it for myself and my friends, and I don't expect it to be my life. But I know there's a lot of people who copy other people, sound exactly like other people, don't do their own work, they don't produce for themselves, they take type beats, all that shit, throw a bunch of fucking Gucci and their fucking rich parents shit over it, call themselves self-made, and then fucking, I don't know. I get fucking messages like people I know who are like grew up in fucking the richest fucking parts of Oregon and Portland and Hood River and shit, and they make trash music, and their parents paid for them to play in a venue, and their parents fucking paid for them to be in the studio, and their
Oh
parents
God.
fucking bought their shit, and then they're fucking talking about it's all love and I love my fans and they're self-made and they send me this shit, and I'm like, don't like I thought we were friends. Why are you like, if you want to send me your music, like that's cool. Like I like hearing people's music that like with people I know, but I don't want to fucking receive a text that's like, go run up my plays. If we get 20 plays or whatever, fucking, then I'll drop the album. Like, who gives a shit, dude? Your stuff is trash. Stop hitting me up like as if I'm a fan. I'm not a fan. I only know you because I want to fucking leech off you and play your fucking rich daddy shows. All the shows that I've done, like I've personally like done like thrown like DIY shit, which is why I respect that
Yep.
DIY scene in
Same.
Portland.
Like legit. The only shows I've played 3 shows now. 2 of them I ran myself because
Yeah,
nobody would fucking let me play. Because
exactly.
again, nobody thinks I'm a rapper, and the quality of my music, even though my music is better than half the people in fucking Portland, like yeah. So I had to go run a show by myself, fund it myself. I lost fucking $400 putting that shit together, and it's just because I want to fucking play shows, and no one's gonna fucking stop me. So yeah, the only other show I played that wasn't like created by me was a house show I played like 4 months ago that Lil Lucy invited me to, and that shit was cool. But it was also kind of like a really really scummy venue, and not in like the cool scummy way.
Yeah,
Kind of like scummy. It was just so janky, and like I don't think anybody really knew what was going on, and it was just kind of a full mess.
yeah,
Not like the trashy cool way, in
yeah,
like
yeah.
the just
Yeah, I
like
know.
oh god.
Yeah, there
Oh,
was.
and it got shut down by the cops because we decided to have the show outside in the backyard, and it started at 10 p.m. outside in Southeast. Like,
In
no,
fucking in February.
January, February, I'm not sure.
Oh God, not even like a summer show.
Yeah.
That
Oh, it
sounds
was raining on us the entire time.
sounds
And then
miserable.
eventually the cops showed up, and then they all started screaming, fuck the cops, even though the cops were like, hey, you guys get another 30 minutes before we shut you guys down. So the cops were being as nice as they possibly could be, and then everyone just started screaming, fuck the feds. It's like, guys, they're giving you a favor. You guys already thought it was a good idea to start playing an outside show at 10 p.m. in a neighborhood. Like, don't scream, fuck the feds, when they're literally letting you be noisy outside for an extra 30, 40 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, I think they would just set themselves up for failure in that situation. I mean, fuck the feds, that's fine, but
Yep.
certainly don't put your. I mean, that's just stupid. And like, there's a show that was going down, and like, there's so many shows happening even with the virus, and I just don't get it. But there was one show like a month ago, and Dare was playing it, and
Yep.
KOTD was playing it.
Yeah, no, I saw him advertise it. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, we're in the middle of a pandemic.
And Dare was like, come on, we gotta play our songs that just came out. Vivance was just about to drop. I was like, all right, like I was like, maybe I'll do this shit. And then some people I know were talking about how the guy whose like house it was or someone who was hosting it is actually just a fucking sex offender, like rapes children, like not children, but like girls way younger than him. And there was all this evidence and shit that came out, and I was like, I absolutely do not fuck with that. I want nothing to do with that. So I completely bailed on it. I'm not gonna drop names because I don't completely know his name, just the rap name. But I don't know. I don't fuck with it. I don't want anything to do with that. So I just bailed on that. Plus, virus or whatever. But yeah, it's just a lot of stupid shit. And the whole, I don't know, KOTD, they exist. They're just a bunch of mountainside kids from what I understand. And like, there's some other like local promoters that have like, were like, yeah, we're going to do shows. And then I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't like the energy of like the slow rap shit. Like, or people like moshing and being hyped to music that's just slow rap shit. Yep. I don't know. There's something about like when I was younger, I went to, there's a band from Portland called Akira, AKIRA. Have you ever heard of them?
No.
They were like super grindcore, hardcore, and they used to play at like the Clinton Street Theater and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
And I used to go to that shit when I was like 14 and 15. And that shit was like crazy. Like it blew my fucking mind. Like the energy in that shit. And I've always loved metal. I've always been big into metal and punk and hardcore and just all the different fucking genres. And so I like try and capture a lot of that when I perform, and a lot of my songs have just straight up screaming in them or whatever. And every time I've played a show that wasn't one of my own, like fucking audience is just like, what the fuck is happening? And there's people just fucking smoking blunts or whatever and like just standing there. And it just bothers me. Like I won't go to a show most of the time unless it's like I know there's going to be energy to it. And a lot of the fucking artists now, they just have fucking stand around energy. They put no effort in. They lip sync, or they don't even fucking.
Yep.
Like I just don't get it. Do some DIY shit. Make your fucking image, And if your image sucks, then stop making an image and try a new one.
100%. And in my mind, you don't have to have like you don't have to be like a hype rapper to fucking play a show. Just do something interesting. Do something that makes your show special.
Yeah.
Stand out. But yeah, it's like, for all the people that want to make fucking slow shit, tell everyone to fucking sit down on the ground. Do something to make you stand out.
Yeah. I agree.
Well, yeah, no, we need to fucking like run a show or some shit as soon as COVID's done.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to do when the album comes out, I want to do everyone who's on the album to be there, and we play just like the whole thing back to back plus whatever other songs are by those artists. You know what I mean?
That sounds like
to have a
great idea.
Scum Squad, scummy show. I mean, even people who aren't like, oh yeah, I'm in Scum Squad. Just anyone I work with, like I'm just like, yeah, if you're a friend of mine, like I consider you part of my scum gang or whatever you want to fucking call it. Even if you're not directly like I'm part of this or you promote it or whatever, but like me and my friends and my fucking friends' girlfriends, I have people in there who aren't even rappers, who are just like filmmakers and photographers. They're still Scum Squad shit. So I feel like it'd be cool to run a sort of, not just, I don't know, like that theme to it where everyone involved is friends. There's no fucking outsiders playing. There's no fucking promo shit. Like it's all just genuine people who want to do some DIY fucking music.
So down. That sounds fantastic. Yeah, no, we should probably fucking like wrap this shit up. So we've been talking for a long ass time, but like this has been a good fucking talk.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It went by. I don't even know how long it's been, but it went by fast.
Yeah, I feel like actually I have no idea. Like I don't even have a fucking thing that tells me how long we've been recording. But like, there's a certain level of like wanting to make sure that episodes don't go extremely long, just because I want to make sure that people don't like tune the fuck out.
Yeah, it's been 54 minutes.
54 minutes? That's a good fucking episode length.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I'm happy to do one again because I feel like we could just go on for literally
we
whatever.
Easily could. So I'm totally having you on at some point in the next bit again. So yeah, like, do you have any like?
You should let me bring some of my friends on here. We can talk to them too.
Oh, we're doing that. That sounds fucking hype. But yeah, like, do you have anything you want to like promote? Like socials, SoundCloud. I can have your fucking SoundCloud and Instagram in the comments section. I mean, in
Yeah,
the description.
yeah. I mean, Fortune 500, Kyle Fortune 500 Instagram, Kyle Fortune on SoundCloud, Bendy Films on YouTube. I just dropped a new video.
Oh, and you do something that most people probably don't know is you direct a lot of your own shit because you're a fucking filmmaker.
Yeah, I mean, the last video I just did was directed by one of my friends.
That video is sick as shit.
Yeah, it was cool. I let him sort of do his style, but usually I edit my own videos or shoot my own videos. Sometimes other people shoot them for me and I edit them, direct them usually.
Yeah, no, that's like major respect because again, like, yeah, that's the shit I do, and like, again, there's very, very few people that make their own beats, record all their shit, film their own videos. Nobody else is out here doing that shit. So like, fucking props.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, that's what we do. Is it's DIY. We got to keep it tight. We got to keep it personal. That's how we do it.
Got to keep it tight. Got to keep it personal. AA. Yeah, let's fucking end this shit. But yeah, it's been a cool ass scummy conversation. So yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Any last words?
Eat my ass.